Good morning. Welcome to the University of Denver and to the 2016 Summer Commencement Ceremony. Please join me in thanking the Denver Brass for the musical prelude they have so beautifully provided for today's celebration. The ceremony begins with the academic procession. I invite you to take your seats, please, as the degree candidates, members of the university faculty, and the platform party prepare to enter graduation green. The candidates for the degrees will be entering the green simultaneously from the rear in lines on the east side, the center, and the west side. At the head of the procession, entering from the east side of the green are candidates for the doctoral degrees, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Psychology, Doctor of Education, and Juris Doctor. Entering from the center rear of the green are candidates for master's degrees in professional psychology, Master of Arts degrees from the Joseph Korbel Graduate School of International Studies, joint graduate degrees, Master of Taxation and Master of Laws in Taxation. Entering from the southwest rear corner of the green to my right are candidates for the Master of Arts degrees, the Master of Science degrees, Master of Liberal Studies degrees, Master of Applied Science degrees, and Master of Professional Studies degrees. With the doctoral candidates in place, entering from the southeast corner of the green to my left are candidates for the Master of Science in Legal Administration degree from the Sturm College of Law, the Master of Legal Studies degree, the Master of Arts degree, the Master of Science degree, the Master of Music degree, the Master of Public Policy degree, the Master of Professional Science degree, the Master of Arts degree from the Morgridge College of Education, and the Master of Library and Information Science degree. Also entering from the center rear of the green are candidates for degrees from the Daniels College of Business, the Master of Business Administration degree, the Master of Accountancy degree, the Master of Science degree, and the International Master of Business Administration degree. They are followed by candidates for the Master of Social Work degree from the Graduate School of Social Work. And entering from the southwest rear corner of the green to my right are the candidates for the bachelor's degrees. The Bachelor of Arts degree, the Bachelor of Music degree, the Bachelor of Science degree, the Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering degree, the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration degree, the Bachelor of Science in Accounting degree, the Bachelor of Arts degree from the Women's College, the Bachelor of Business Administration degree from the Women's College, and the Bachelor of Arts degree from University College. Now entering from the center rear of the green are the distinguished members of the faculty of the university. Entering from the rear center of the green is Professor Kate Willick of the Department of Communication Studies, who is president of the Faculty Senate and who will be serving as Honorary Grand Marshal and Master of Ceremonies for today's commencement exercises. Carrying the ceremonial mace of the university, Dr. Willick leads the platform party. The platform party includes the soloist, the invocator, the alumni representative, the deans of the colleges and schools, the vice chancellors, the associate provosts, the provost and executive vice chancellor, members of the board of trustees, the commencement speaker, and the chancellor of the university, Dr. Rebecca Chop.
Good morning. Welcome to the University of Denver's 2016 Summer Commencement Ceremony, commemorating the completion of the university's 152nd academic year. I am Douglas Scrivener, Chair of the Board of Trustees. I join with my fellow trustees in congratulating the candidates who will receive their degrees at this morning's ceremony. We are all proud of their work and achievement. I now call this commencement to order. We will open with the national anthem led by Jenna Clark from the Lamont School of Music. Then please remain standing for the invocation, which will be offered by our university chaplain, the Reverend Gary Brower.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say
Please join with me in prayer. Holy One, known by many names, we gather here on this beautiful morning in this beautiful setting to mark and celebrate fabulous accomplishments. We bid you be with us all today. Source of wisdom, you have given the gifts of grace and skill in teaching to instructors, faculty members, mentors, and colleagues. Thank you for all that they have meant to the students who will receive their diplomas this day. Holy One of Love, you have provided these students with supportive and caring communities throughout their educational journeys. For families of origin to families of choice, for the friends of playgrounds to the friends of classroom and residence halls, we thank you. Servant of all, administration behind the scenes work are gifts from you, gifts we often overlook. For the trustees, administrators, and staff who keep this institution running, who raise money and pay the bills, who ensure that requirements are met, that grades are recorded, and that the internet works. For the health and counseling staff that keep us well, for the hospitality and housekeeping staff and groundskeepers who labor to provide such a wonderful atmosphere for learning, thank you. God of justice, through the education these students have received at the University of Denver, they have been equipped to make a difference in the world in which they live. Amidst news of human-caused and natural catastrophes, economic uncertainties, ethnic and religious conflict, struggles for freedom against oppressive regimes, and political systems where sound bites and bombast seemingly triumph over substance. Imbue these graduates with a sense of hope for the future, a passion to right wrongs, and the will to bring those intentions to fruition. Overcomer of obstacles, we bid your special presence in the hearts of these graduates. They have excelled in the classroom, They have been champions in sports. They've welcomed a new chancellor. They've seen buildings torn down and built up. When faced with great challenges, losses, and disappointments, they have prevailed. They have succeeded. May they, in the midst of happy celebration, hear your clear, encouraging voice saying, "Well done." May they, looking back at their time at DU, sense your call forward into a lifetime full of adventure and purpose, and know that you and we will be cheering them on. Dancing, Lord, be our partner as we celebrate with joy today. Amen.
You may be seated. Congratulations, class of 2016. Let us begin this celebration in a moment of gratitude for support that each of you have experienced on your incredible journey. We give thanks to the faculty who have taught you, who introduced you to the theory and practice that will serve you personally and professionally throughout your lives, and who became your mentors and friends. A moment of gratitude, too, for our staff, who have served each in his/her own way by keeping our campus clean, safe and beautiful, supporting internships and providing career and life counseling, and ensuring the smooth operation of our programs and schools. We remember friends who have accompanied you on this journey, friends who you brought with you, and friends you have met here at DU. Part of the great pleasure of this education, I hope, has been forming friends who will continue with you on your professional journey and your personal life. But most of all, most importantly right now, I want you to thank your families, spouses and partners, parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, children, extended and blended families of all shapes and sizes. This is your day, too. You've sacrificed in many different ways in anticipation of this day, and you deserve to be proud, very proud, not just of those sitting in front of you, but of yourselves. So graduates, I want you to take a moment, please rise, turn, and thank your families. Thank you, and please be seated. Now you become DU alumni, and it's a great pleasure for me today to introduce Mr. Patrick Grant, an esteemed member of our university alumni community who will welcome you into the DU Alumni Network. Mr. Grant earned an MBA from DU in 1973. He's a former president and CEO of the National Western Stock Show. Mr. Grant is now chair of the board of the Western Stock Show Association. And Mr. Grant is one of the leaders in Denver in one of our most amazing transformational projects to redevelop the stock show and the area around it into the new Western Center. Truly a great DU alumni who, like you, is literally transforming the world. Mr. Grant.
Pardon me. Welcome, everybody. Congratulations to the graduates. And as Dr. Chop said, special thanks to those parents and family members who have helped all of you graduates. I was asked how important was the University of Denver in my growth, in my education. As I think back through the years, many decades ago, I think back to my marketing class, my sales classes, always was told, when you speak up or when you represent or present a product, speak the truth and deliver on a promise. We studied leadership and the ingredients of successful leadership. What are the elements? A particularly fascinating discussion is pertinent and relevant to me today. What is the dynamic and relative value in decision making between process and outcome? Think through that, because in fact what you're asking is, how does one define success in any one given endeavor? But perhaps, or probably the most important lesson, which I learned right here at the University of Denver, through its great programs, through its great classes, professors, all of whom challenged us as students. Ask questions. Do not rest back and be comfortable. Do not be content. Challenge yourselves. Challenge others. Speak up. Question assumptions. If you really believe, you graduates, you have the answer, you are probably wrong. If you believe you can do something on your own, you will not. It's only by embracing your fellow man, your fellow students, your peers, your mentors, that you can develop a better understanding, a better perspective on what is meaningful and what is success. When I look back over my career and I have tripped or I have fallen, it is because I knew the answer. Wrong. Wrong. I thought I knew the answer. I did not reach out. I did not engage. I did not check my thinking with and against others. Do so. Take risks. It is not a sign of weakness to reach out and ask others for help. Take risks. Go bare, rhetorically, of course. Ask the hard questions and face the brutal facts. It's not comfortable, it's hard, but do so because over the long term you will do better. Today, yes, celebrate. Go home, have a beer, have a glass or two of wine. Enjoy that sunset. Put your arm around a loved one. But tomorrow morning, get to work. Time is short. As a great author once said, the future is now. Graduates, you are the future. It's not us, it's you. We are here to help. We are here to counsel. We are here to advise. We are here to give you our thoughts. But we are not here to tell you what to do. You have to answer that question yourself. You have been given and are given today a real gift. A very, very, very small percentage of people stand in your shoes or have the opportunity presented. But that gift is not a gift. It is a charge. It is a responsibility. It is a clarion call to action. When you have a question, when you wonder how to go forward in a certain situation, reach out. You have today something that has not been taught in a book, that has not been taught in class. And that gift is a network of 130,000 graduates of the University of Denver. Use that network. If you need mentoring, if you need help, go through that directory. Identify 10, 15, 20 people. Call them up and say, you'd like to come down and meet? You'd like a half hour of their time? Surely if you want a job, that's another question. I understand that. Seek them out. The University of Denver has, I say this from personal experience, has brilliant, outstanding, insightful, civically minded, highly respected leadership. Use them. Use this network. Start now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. And now I'm pleased to introduce a man, a faculty member, whose professional life has been committed to the greatest ideas of higher education. Dr. Frank Tuitt isn't only a faculty member, he is also a leader in our community. He's a senior advisor to the Chancellor and Provost on Diversity and Inclusion. In his role, and with his role, as Professor of Higher Education at the Morgridge College of Education. In higher education, we talk a lot about our dedication to inclusive excellence. Dr. Tuitt has demonstrated that commitment from the beginning of his career. His research has explored topics relating to access and equity in higher education, teaching and learning in racially diverse college classrooms, and diversity and organizational transformation. Through his work at DU with our students, faculty, and staff, Dr. Tuitt continues to enrich the culture of our community. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Frank Tuitt in our commencement speech.
Chancellor Chop, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, honored guests, parents, students, families, and friends. Good morning, and congratulations to the University of Denver graduating class of 2016. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to be here with you as we all celebrate the accomplishments of this year's graduates. When Chancellor Chop first sent the email asking if I would consider being the commencement speaker for today, I thought about it for a quick second and said, sure, I'll do it. Since I had had the opportunity to speak at a couple of different graduation ceremonies before, I thought to myself, why not? However, shortly after agreeing to do it, I remembered in those previous instances, I was not the main commencement speaker. So as today drew closer, I kept saying to myself, what was I thinking? A couple of days ago, one of my colleagues asked me if I was ready for Friday, and I said yes. I just need to put the finishing touches on it tonight, and I should be all set. Boy, was that a lie. To my surprise, as a faculty member who has written more than 2 dozen articles, produced 4 edited books, facilitated numerous trainings, Finding the words to share with our audience has never been a difficult thing for me to do. But as I prepared for today's address, I have to admit the words were hard to come by. Later that evening, as I sat down to put some thoughts together, it clicked. I realized that my writing block was due in part to my perception that commencement addresses were supposed to be light, uplifting, and celebratory in nature. And my mood, my energy, my inner spirit for the past several months or so had been anything but that. As a researcher, administrator, and teacher whose scholarship focuses on how we can create inclusive, equitable, and just environments where all individuals have the chance to be the best they can be, the recent outbreaks of violence in Orlando, Dallas, Baton Rouge, Paris, London, and Ferguson, to name a few, the increased rhetoric and polarization emanating out of this country's search for its next president, and the ever-widening gap between those like my dear brother, who has taken an oath to protect and serve, and the brave citizens of communities these officers work in, like my soulmate and partner, who have been tirelessly organizing for racial justice and an end to racial violence. All of that has completely casted serious doubt on my life's work, my overall sense of purpose, and most importantly, my hope for a better future. In a recent essay I wrote, I blamed the current tragedies, conflicts, and rising dissatisfactions on campuses and in communities around the nation, on our collective failure to respond to the needs of an increasingly diverse and global society. I had become so frustrated by the fact that in spite of our best efforts, we were not able to produce the kind of institutions, organizations, and communities where everyone felt like their humanity was respected and cared for. Ironically, it is one of your graduating classmates who I had the privilege of hooding yesterday for the completion of her PhD, who provided some language to capture my feelings of late. She chose to start the title of her dissertation by asking the question, is it even possible? Essentially, Kristen's question is a challenge to higher education professionals regarding whether or not it is possible to prepare future graduates who have the skills and competencies to successfully navigate an increasingly diverse and racially inequitable world. This profound question of, is it even possible, reverberated loudly in my head as I spiraled deeper and deeper into despair. Considering the realities of the world today, my fear is that we have not provided all of you, the graduates today, with the skills to be necessary to be successful in an increasingly diverse, complex, and conflicted world. Fortunate for me, I was reminded of the words of one of my intellectual mentors who suggested we cannot have real hope without despair. So instead of trying to avoid some of the ugly realities of the world you may be returning to after today, I have decided to embrace them and respond to Kristen's question by sharing a few thoughts about what I think it would take for it to be possible. In focusing on what could be possible, I was reminded of why I decided to become a professor in the first place. I hesitate to say it because it sounds like a huge cliche, but by deciding to become a college professor, I place my hope for a better future in some of you sitting in the audience today, the students who I've had the privilege of teaching and learning with. Consequently, I strongly believe that sitting among our graduates today are many courageous, soon-to-be DU alumni who dare to not only ask the difficult questions, but to find the answers to them. So to the graduates of today, I want to thank you because your celebration this morning and the work you did to get here turned out to be a perfect reminder of why it is possible to not only dream of a better future, but to believe we can make it happen. My challenge to you as you enter the next phase of your life is to continue seeking solutions to the great challenges of today and to do what you can to make it possible. Do what you can to create inclusive, equitable, affirming communities in whatever spaces you occupy and prove the naysayers wrong. In closing, I want to leave you with 5 suggestions that I think you might help find helpful in whatever it is the next phase of your life holds for you, but especially if you want to step up to the challenge of making it possible for our collective dreams of a better future to come true. Number one, strive to be a difference maker, to make a difference. You have been given an incredible gift by having access to a college education. Get involved with some organization that allows you to be an agent of change, be a mentor, teach Sunday school, coach a team, be a tutor. Whatever it is, find a way to reach people, to reach kids. We wouldn't be here today attending your graduation if it was not for the folks who stepped up to the plate and decided you were worth mentoring. 2, always consider yourself a lifelong learner. Getting a DU degree is an important accomplishment, but that doesn't mean you know all that you need to know to have an impact. Utilize your resources. The saying that no person is an island unto themselves is true, especially if you plan to be a difference maker. It is very important that you find your allies and identify a cadre of people who are willing to work with you. Stay in touch with the people you got to know here. One of those individuals will be in a position to make a difference in your life and the lives of the people you care about. 3, strive to become socially conscious. By socially conscious, I mean that you continually strive to understand how your race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, class status, religion, and other ways in which you identify impact the way you understand and interact in the world. Be open to new ideas, but balance that with what you know to be true based on your own experiences and your own unique way of seeing the world. 4, prioritize self-care in a way that works for you. Perhaps it's exercising, connecting with your spiritual self, talking to friends, going to the gym or to the movies. Find something that helps you balance. Find balance. Work hard, but play hard. Finding a balance that works for you is essential. Just make sure the work hard part comes before the play hard part. Trust your instincts. If it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't right. Don't abandon the survival tools that serve you well to this point in your life. Use your physical and emotional reactions as an analytical guide for navigating whatever context you may find yourself in. Remember, if you don't take care of yourself, you won't be able to support anyone else. Finally, whatever it is that you choose to do in life, engage in it as a whole human being. I have come to understand that we are most successful in life when we draw upon our personal, political, intellectual, and spiritual ways of understanding. They are interrelated. As much as people will have you separate them, remember you consist of a mind, body, and soul. The strength of your humanity will come from uniting these elements. Finally, please don't go through life as a passive observer. Find the things that you are passionate about and feed it. Your passion is the window to your soul. The organizations and institutions that you choose to work in may not be invested in your passion. Nurturing and protecting your passion will be your responsibility. Be attentive to it, and you will be able to overcome your fears and commit to putting our collective vision of an affirming and inclusive world into practice. That is, you will be able to make our dreams of what is possible come through. Thank you, and again, congratulations to all of the graduates and their families.
Thank you, Dr. Tuitt. I now call upon Dr. Greg Kivestat, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor, to present the degree candidates.
Thank you, Chancellor Chop. Would the candidates for the doctoral degrees please rise? Chancellor Chop, I have the privilege of presenting to you the candidates for the doctoral degrees. These candidates have met all requirements and are entitled to receive their diplomas at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the University of Denver, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Psychology, Doctor of Education, or Juris Doctor, and admit you to all the rights, powers, and privileges pertaining thereto. I shall now hand you your diploma and direct that you be vested with the appropriate hood.
The doctoral degrees, Doctor of Philosophy, Anne Bernard Arnett. June Marie Ashley. Sari Elizabeth Ates Patterson. Rebecca Lynn Babcock Venerci. Hannah Christine Bianco. Heidi Suzanne Blocker. Galana Tenio Chukolingo. Sarah Elizabeth Cleary. Kristen L. Deal. Nitika Dewan. Kenneth David Jeter. Priyalitha Govindansamy. Brianna Carey Hedman. Alex Stephen Hoyam. Arturo Lopez Levy. Joan Katrina Mann Boykin. Carrie Arlene Olson. Leslie Lynn Rossman. Sarah Mae Ryan. Shelby Beth Scott. Don Robert Sederstrom. Fatan Ibrahim Abdelgader Taram. Jessica Rose Technow. Tucker Toker. Maria Margaret Vukovic. Amy Nicole Winter. Jesse Younger Workman. Ahmad Najim Dost. The Doctor of Psychology degrees, Christina Marie Ageter. Amelia Chanisi Amer. Gary Lee Cole III. Maria Y. Davoskina. Kritika Dovinde. Abby Elizabeth Fox. Nicole Marie Glover. Lisa Teresa Hassi. Theda Hahn. Christine Jackson. Hannah Nell Cook. Stephen Chase Martin. Matthew Jingyan Poon. Carolyn Marie Royster. Chelsea Ray Towler. Jason Michael Turret. Rachel Elizabeth Vogel. Katie Lynn Weiss. Vanessa Zimmerman. The Doctor of Education degree, Tricia Lynn Johnson.
Congratulations to all of you who have just received your doctoral degrees from the University of Denver. Yay! I call again on Dr. Kivestad to present the candidates for the master's degrees.
Will the candidates for the master's degrees please rise? Chancellor Chop, these candidates for the master's degrees have met the requirements of their respective programs and are entitled to receive their diplomas at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the University of Denver, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree and admit you to all the rights, powers, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Krista Lenore Beckman. Rebecca Michelle Cruz. Sydney M. Furman. Emma Lynch Guzman. Erin Marie Kirkland. Haley Nicole Littleton. Master of Science degree, Dominic R. Alder. Chad David LaRue. Muhammad Amuhana. Muhammad Salim Kasim. E. Scott Thompson. The Master of Music degree, Kevin Matthew Schultz. Professional Science Master, Holly Nicole Fleming. Shayla D. Shell. Master's degree from Morgridge College of Education, Tara Nicole Brand. Benjamin D. Brick. Janelle Emily Britton. Kirsten P. Brown. Caitlin A. Christensen. Christina Ann Cook. Autumn Nicole Foster. Ryan David Gornick. Aaliyah K. Hanna. Anna Claire Hansen. Katie Lynn Hoskins. Julie Ann Lay. Morgan Elizabeth Lee Mickle. Elise Christine Puja. Jessica Grace Wright. Alexandra Dawn Rogers. Cynthia Lee Smith. J. Wendell Talmadge. Gloria Elena Trish. Natalie M. Walker. John Kerr Warden. The degree of Master of Public Policy, Charlie Schmidt. Master of Library and Information Science, Saleh Hamad Ajalamhama. Alex Andrea Campbell. The Graduate School of Professional Psychology, Master of Arts degree, Caitlin B. Janasek. The Joseph Corbell School of International Studies, Master of Arts degree, Matthew Blois. Julie Ann Hawk. Emily Marie Joy. Miriam Muniru. William James Trout. Joint graduate degrees, Master of Taxation, Amy Barzik. Bing Cheng. Michaela Marie Diamond. Michael Angelo Holgreen Dominguez. Scott Gessling. Brittany Harlan. Michelle Elizabeth Jenny-John. Michelle Simone Little. Kenneth Murwato. Rachel Marie Rosso. Ching Sunny Su. Master of Laws and Taxation, Catherine Elizabeth Mays. Daniels College of Business, Master of Business Administration, Deanne Anderson. Cedric Demetrius Brooks. Renee Firoz Khan. Alexander William Ford. Robbie Hobein. Nicole Marie Marquez. Dennis Maynard Phillips, Jr. Misty Dawn Rachel. Daniel Servino. Venkatakrishnan Varadarajan. Master of Accountancy, Naji Fong. Chang Wang. Shan Jiang. Fei Min. Shufai Xu. Ying Wang. Sida Yu. The Master of Science degree, Siddhartha Heaslip Allen. Alexander Robert Behrens. Su Shen. Lauren Conrad. Martin E. Corral. Jared Dean Costner. Disa Dontamsetti. Leanne Getke. Jordan K. Gallagher. Sebastian John Gould. Kuno Gautam. James Paul Gwynn, Jr. Scott Garrett McDonald. Gregory Scott Michalekli. Andrea J. Morgan. Martha Marie O'Connor. Sumrit K. Sandhu. James C. Taravella. Sherry Ping. Bohan Su. Ron Zhang. Graduate School of Social Work, Master of Social Work. Nicole Nalani Colon. Eva Ann Matheson. Stacy Cook Putka. Federico Luis Rangel. University College, Master of Arts degree, Lindsay Catherine Cresswell. Savannah Kula. Rochelle Michelle Duncan. Alicia Christine Gunther. Matthew A. Hall. Michelle Hurst. Prapat Nudposhuk. Deniza Niagovla. Sina Adara. Sairam Saudeep Montupali. Shannon M. Seals. Sai Sadeep Pauli. The Master of Science degree, Margie Mercer Abernethy. Aaron L. Baker. Chandan Bandi. Allison Laura Benedetti. Douglas James Booth. Garrett David Borsia. Randy J. Collins. Sarath Daipuli. Sanella Dolomik. Joseph P. Flory. Andrew Paul Frost. Megan A. Hepner. Manasa Pandini Boyina. Sharath Valyapali. Salini Krishnamurthy. Courtney L. McElwee. Jonathan David McKinney. Ashton Peter Momot. Jessica Lynn Morgan. Samantha Motley. Kenneth Cope Mwanyi, Nithya Narayanan, Sapna Naveen, Aaron John Pataluna, Sony Peter, Candice Morgan Spera, Nia L. Trong, Tara Lynn Watkins, Christopher Lee Whitcup, Karen Wu, Ankita Verma, Satya Kartika Vedum, Thomas Harlan Young, Agnes Horvath, Master of Liberal Studies, Miguel Angel Cobo Sobenes, Ramata Diakite, Emily Hammock Mosby, Melissa K. Olson, Master of Applied Science, Shamsa Muhammad Ali Al-Hosni, Dun Donatus Azugo, Umar Fadul, Carolyn Elizabeth Hinckley, Brian David Tracy, Joseph M. Beniz, Luke J. Dillon, Robert Bruce Herrick, Kelly Ray Oberndorf,
Congratulations to all the recipients of master's degrees from the University of Denver. I now call on Dr. Kivestat to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees.
Will the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees please rise? Chancellor Chop, I have the privilege of presenting to you the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees. These candidates have met all requirements of their respective programs and are entitled to receive their diplomas at this time.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the University of Denver, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree and admit you to all the rights, powers, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you.
Bachelor of Arts degree, Yekaterina Arshayev. Yuan Cheng. Savannah Marie Christie. Griselle R. Esquivel. Ariel Jane Fagiola. Jessica A. Furkan. Stephanie Jane Glover. Joseph Allen Carl Holman. Kayla Jean Henley. Alyssa K. Kuchera. Shaleri Tianyang Lu. Jingyao Lu. Weiwei Lu. Sierra Danielle Moses. John William Drew Patterson. Madeline F. Person. Jiang Chu. Alexis Elena Treviso. Stephanie Marie Tyson, cum laude. Samuel Weil Ullman. Tianyu Zhang. Jing Wang. Kendra Nicole Weed. Anne Estabrook White. Fengli Xiao. Tianxing Yan. The Bachelor of Science degree, Raimundo Lerma. Keen Ji Lim, summa cum laude. Chuan Peng. Cara Mia Josephine Pinckney. The Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Xiao Kai. Teddy Thor Choi. Chandler Mark Crosswaite. Savannah Lynn Davis. Ethan Wesley Draper. Reagan C. Dunk. Natasha Sophia Gunberg. Michael Keeper. Yikon Lee. Elvia Grisel Loya Enriquez. Colby Michael Paxton. Jiang Chu. Jingqing Peng. Ellen Quinn. William David Schaff, cum laude. Nicholas Jamie Schwartz. Savannah Marissa Snyder. Jifeng Wang. Boe Zhang. Yusang Zhang. Hooksan Chu. Bachelor of Science in Accounting degree, Ariane Julia Fortuny Perea. Cynthia Veronica Rodriguez Flores. Mackenzie Harty Walker. Stacy Lynn Bell Brower. Nina Mari Cantrell. Tracy Copeland. Amber M. Dawson. Leticia Y. Della Rosa. Ariane C. Dupard. Jennifer Carla Emmett. Alexis Renee Lavia. Elda Loya. Maria de los Angeles Morales Martinez. Suzanne E. Mueller, magna cum laude. Vanessa Yvonne Rangel. Simone Antoinette Richardson. Tiffany Lauren Scheid. Alexis Marie St. John, magna cum laude. Leanna Stufer, summa cum laude. Nicole M. Suazo. Claudia Villa. Sharna Lee Morris. Brittany Joanne Sandage. Katrika Gail Sewell. University College, Bachelor of Arts, Susan Campbell, magna cum laude. William Roger Quinn, magna cum laude.
Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our graduates, 2016. W.E.B. Du Bois once said, "Education and work are the levers to uplift people. Work alone will not do it unless inspired by the right ideals and guided by intelligence. Education must not simply teach work, it must teach life." I am quite confident in the ability of you, our DU graduates, to enrich the world. Through informal conversations and meetings with many of you, I know that DU students are the ones who are going to run our city, our nation, our world in the years ahead. And I am confident, not only because I have seen your passion and ability to get things done, but I know of your integrity and your compassion. As you begin your next chapter, tomorrow, as Mr. Grant reminded you, whether it's in industry, working with nonprofits, or government, or pursuing additional education, you now do so as alumni of the University of Denver. Selective private colleges and universities, like DU, open untold opportunities for you. Although you and your families have worked hard, very hard, to make this day possible, attending DU has been a privilege not afforded everyone. So our nation and our world look to your creativity, your intellect and critical reasoning, your skills and knowledge, your heart and leadership as you take on new challenges. You combine a path-breaking spirit with intellect, ethical judgment, and a desire to seek solutions. You will enrich the world, and you will make us all very proud. Congratulations. And now, before we recess to the university reception, please rise and join Ms. Clark in the singing of the university's alma mater, the Crimson and the Gold.
To spread the light of truth, they came, those hardy pioneers. Young men and women bore the flame that enlightens through the years. They sought a world unlike the old, those men and women strong. Near crimson hillsides touched with gold, they found this place alone. They found this place alone. Upon the plains 'neath mountains heights, they built our Denver With grateful hearts we all delight in a vision old and new. So let us join with those before the future to unfold. We'll glorify forevermore the crimson and the gold. The crimson and the gold.